Hi everyone, welcome to a new devlog. In this episode, we will see how the equipment system shows the equipped weapons on the player, and on the other hand, the first steps in the redesign of the main character. So let's get started. I've reached a point in the development of the prototype where I feel I need to work with models that are more definitive. Firstly, because I need to see if the animations I'm using can give problems with different skeleton sizes, and secondly because working with more advanced graphics is more rewarding and helps to feel the project more finished. So I decided to remake Lupo, the main character. This character has evolved a lot over the years. The first versions were made in 2016, and he has undergone several changes in style and age. In the beginning, Lupo was more childish, but in this last version, I decided to make him a teenager to fit better with the style of the game. Those of you who have been on this channel for a while know that some time ago I was still debating what style of graphics to choose for the game. And thanks to your opinions, I ended up choosing a more semi-realistic style. Having this in mind, I decided to look for some references. For the reference board, I use PureRef. It's a free software. I'll leave the link in the description in case you are interested. As you can see, some of my references are inspired by Zelda, for the clothing and accessories. And on the other hand, I'm using the Knights of the Zodiac, an anime series from the 80s, to create my character. Although I'm not looking for a manga style, I'm using them as inspiration for the hair, anatomy, and some accessories that I find interesting. The references are not arbitrary. They are the result of the story behind the character and the game. It's very important characters explain part of their story in a visual way, with their clothes, their wounds or scars if they have them, etc. With the reference established, I jumped into Blender and started the sculpting process. To sculpt, I used the base mesh I created a few months ago, where I have the size relationship between all the characters of my game. As this is a solo project, I use some shortcuts to save time. In this case, all the characters are based on the Unreal mannequin and have the same pose. This helps me with the rigging and retargeting process, since using the same skeleton and pose, the import from Blender to Unreal is almost direct. Once I'm happy with the body, I move on to other details like the hair. In this case, the hair of my characters will be geometry. I have chosen not to do the hair as hair cards, because this is a very time-consuming process, and I have taken the creative liberty to make their hair more stylized, which fits quite well with the semi-realistic style of the game. To do the hair in this style, just use curves for the strands and another curve for the hair profile. I'll leave a link to Yann Sculpts' tutorial where he explains the process and the different techniques. This week, I only had time to create the character and the accessories for the upper body. I guess next week I will finish it and make the rest of the weapons he can carry, since with more weapons I'll be able to finish the inventory and start the skill system. Normally, if I can, I like to alternate between design and development. It allows me to see things with fresh eyes. So I decided to pause the character design and switch to the development of the equipment system. Last week, I started the inventory and equipment system. And if you remember, we could already pick up and equip items, but we couldn't see visually what we had equipped. That's why we had that ugly debug system on the right side screen. Now, we can see what items we have equipped, and we can also drop unwanted items. The progress of this system is a little slow due to its complexity, but little by little it's taking shape. And that was all the development of this week. As always, if you like this content, don't forget to like the video and subscribe, and leave comments if you have any questions or suggestions. Thanks so much for watching, and I wish you Merry Christmas and wonderful holidays.